Happy New Year, Virgo, and welcome to your January 2022 reading. So this month, I heard it so clearly that there is something very important that's going to start changing for you. You have some really big new beginnings coming about, and it's all a result of you being very, very honest and speaking your inner truth. Speaking your truth is what I heard. And it almost feels as though you are being honest with people, honest with yourself. And the specific words that I heard were rocking the boat with people who will do anything to keep the boat from rocking. So this is about you being unapologetically honest about how you feel, about what you want to see changed, where you want to go, what you want to do. And it almost feels like I'm also hearing the word simplify. It's like you're simplifying something that we may have made something more complicated than it needs to be because of this need to not rock the boat. And it's almost like you're looking at something and saying, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth me trying to keep the peace, is not worth me compromising my life path or doing a career I really want to do, but I can't because it's not going to be approved by other people around me, or I really want to be with this person, but I can't because of what will people think. So this is all about just being very truthful about what you want and what makes you happy. And I feel like you're making those big, bold moves and decisions to take matters into your own hands. I also heard taking the reins in your own life, like steering your own ship instead of allowing others to do it. So I really feel like this is a month of empowerment. And I also feel as though you are setting the tone for the rest of the year as well. And probably a couple years after that as well. It's going to change the trajectory of something. For you, Virgo, I clearly saw that there's some change, some shift, some change in the wind that's coming in here for you. And it feels pretty important and pretty significant. But in a good way, I kind of feel as though it will create a bit of wave. It'll create some waves, but at the same time, it's almost necessary waves that need to happen in order to set something back into alignment. And it will feel better. I'm seeing that you are freeing yourself. You're kind of shaking something loose and you're freeing yourself. So it almost, for you, I feel like you're looking at it and seeing that it's well worth the effort of shaking something up if you get to be yourself. So let's get into the month here. Present situation for Virgo for January 2022. Look at that. Lovers. Love that. So again, this is about coming into union with your authenticity. Lovers card could also be partnership with another, but partnership with another who matches you on your level of authenticity. So as you become more authentic with yourself, as you are more in integrity, the more truthful you are about willing to look deeper into who you really are and what matters to you and what kind of life you want to live, it's like it'll start attracting the mirror to that. Everything. In general, too, I'm kind of seeing also just in your, not just in romantic relationships, but also in your interactions with other people or what kind of opportunities comes towards you because you're opening yourself up to who you really are. So you're going to attract things that match that or vibrate or resonate with something that really resonates with you at a core level. And it's going to feel good. So I'm kind of seeing that for some of you, if maybe you might have been doing something, and this may not apply to everybody, of course. So it is a general reading, so just take it as it applies. But for some of you, if let's say you might have been doing something that, I mean, it's not that you didn't want to do it, but maybe not entirely in alignment. Maybe you were doing it to please like your parents or please somebody, like it was expected of you, doing something that was expected of you. That it's almost like even when you accomplish something in that specific field or in that career, it doesn't hit as close to home because there's something about it that's not entirely honest or not entirely resonant with who you really are. It's almost like we're doing it for other people. So even sometimes the accomplishments, like you'll feel satisfied, but it's almost like there are other things that you rather be doing. And again, that's very maybe specific to like one person, but I did see that. It's almost like wanting to do something that's just more in line with what you want. And the feedback that you get from that is so much more fulfilling. It's so much more satisfying because it really rings true to you. It really resonates with you on a deeper level, and it brings you that joy and that happiness. So it makes you want to do it more. That's what brings that rewarding experience. And so I kind of feel like this is where you're at. This is the path that you're going in. This is all about simplifying life and just being very honest about what you want and not having to like sugarcoat it is what I'm saying. Let's clarify the Lovers. What's crossing the Lovers? There we go. See, Ace of Swords, beautiful. So what's crossing the Lovers card is the Ace of Swords. So this is about clarity and rediscovering parts of yourself that you might have forgotten about, something that you might have buried deep within. So this is about discovery. This is about finding what you're looking for, finding clarity, being able to cut through any blockages and roadblocks that might be standing in the way for you here. So yeah, this is actually a pretty powerful, empowering month for you, Virgo. Okay, overarching theme for Virgo. Beautiful. So your overarching theme, we have King of Swords and Three of Wands. So we have clarity. This is also you, again, with the King of Swords. I'm seeing that you're being very clear about your intentions, about where you want to go from here. With the Three of Wands, this is all about going out and exploring and kind of seeing what else is out there for you. It's about putting yourself out there, taking chances, taking risks. And the King of Swords, I feel like you're being very intentional. You're being very clear. Again, you're using your voice, you're speaking, you're manifesting. You could be like writing down your dreams, your goals, creating vision boards, but whatever it is, that I see you being very, very clear and very precise and articulate about exactly what it is that you're looking for. Like you're putting in a very specific order into the universe to manifest and bring in what you really want for yourself. So it's like you have clarity about something. Something is clicking together for you. Like you're making sense of something. It's like you're not, there's something about you that's very straight and to the point this month. Okay, foundation for Virgo. What's in Virgo's foundation for January 2022? Yeah. See, the Ten of Swords. So this is in your foundation. So you're finishing up a chapter in your life that has been defeating for you. Ten of Swords is you're not able to get any further than where you are. There's something completed, something over. There is something that can no longer go in the way that it has been going. So there's an end to a pattern. There's an end to some kind of experience that you're having. Ten of Swords comes in when we can't really deal with the way something is going anymore. Like there's just no capacity to be able to, it's an ending to that like lesson or ending to the specific experience. You get it. You understand it. You understand maybe what something has been doing to you or how it's been kind of standing in your way or has been depleting you in some way, and you are taking that action towards setting yourself free and to change things around for yourself. So this is about proactive change. You're like creating this change by what you're saying, how you're acting, and the decisions that you're making as well. So, okay, past position for Virgo. Past position for Virgo for January 2022. Two of Swords. Yeah. So you're needing to set your boundaries with someone. So with the Two of Swords, what I heard was you might have in the recent past needed to set your boundaries with somebody who you might have had struggled with setting your boundaries with in the past. But maybe there's some kind of development that recently happened for you where you were finally able to like do something that you couldn't do before. And maybe you got like this burst of confidence or this burst of like empowerment where you were finally ready to like defend yourself or stand up for yourself or stand your ground, kind of like standing up to a bully kind of thing is the vibe that I'm getting here. And it might have been something that was dragging on for a long time. Like maybe there was some kind of interaction or something that continuously had some kind of hold or power over you. And I feel as though you being able to stand up for yourself is showing yourself that you are capable of doing it, that you're capable of standing up for yourself, that you can stand your ground. And you're almost looking at yourself and saying, well, if I could do this, what else can I do? How much more bold can I be? What other courageous things can I do? What else can I prove to myself? So it's almost like there's this one act that you did or something that kind of happened that is showing you that you're so much more than what maybe you were giving yourself credit for, or that you can speak up for yourself, or that you can put your foot down, you can stand up for yourself in certain situations. And it's like showing you this like other side to you that's quite powerful and quite confident. So it's kind of what I'm seeing here. You're ending some kind of pattern. So near future for Virgo for January 2022. Look at that, Eight of Swords. We'll do clarifying cards for this as well. So Eight of Swords, and that's kind of the vibe that I was getting here with the energy of the month here. It's like you're freeing yourself. I feel like this Eight of Swords is this, you're tackling this feeling of being stuck, feeling like you don't have options or feeling bound to something. I really feel like this is a month of freedom for you. You're taking your freedom into your own hands. I'm excited to see how that card gets clarified, but I have a feeling that with this Eight of Swords, you're starting to notice or acknowledge that I've been feeling stuck, that I've been feeling like I don't have options or I don't have choices. And I want out of this uncomfortable situation. I'm hearing puppet. So like not wanting to be other people's puppets. Get that Five of Wands in your present emotion. So Five of Wands. So you're going into this month with a lot of fire, a lot of passion, and ready to kind of step up to the game. That Five of Wands is competition. It's ready for battle, ready for a disagreement, ready for some confrontation. But it almost feels as though, again, you're ready for it. It's like maybe it's like a necessary thing, again, rocking the boat. But I feel like you want to rock the boat because it needs to be rocked. You know, maybe it's like something where, sometimes we're in certain social situations. So this could be with family or with friends or some kind of community or environment where we might be around people who don't like to rock the boat. And they will but the problem with that sometimes is that we have a tendency to ignore like a pink elephant in the room, or we tend to sweep things under the rug and not acknowledge or notice when there's something wrong or something needs to be acknowledged. We don't, because we're afraid to rock the boat. We always want to keep the peace. But sometimes that actually creates more inner chaos than it would anything else. So I kind of feel like you're seeing that and you're seeing, well, something needs to be done about this. And I need to kind of step up, or I need to like do something is what I'm seeing you're feeling, or what you might be approaching something with. Okay, environmental sphere here. So you're going into this month with a lot of passion and a lot of fire and confidence, and you're feeling very capable and ready for action. Okay, environmental sphere for Virgo. Oh, look at that. Queen of Wands. I feel like others are going to be seeing you as a Queen of Wands. She's very confident, very charismatic, and She is connected to her power and her identity. So this is a huge solar plexus month for you, Virgo. Like, I feel like your solar plexus is going to be illuminated and on fire, which is a really beautiful thing. It's the center for your identity. It's a center for feeling like you belong, like you're safe, like you matter. Your presence matters. Also, having the solar plexus, what I'm hearing is having the solar plexus ignited also helps us to live more in the moment. We are happy just being here right now. It has a really beautiful sunshine energy. It has a very, it's like joy and happiness is what I'm seeing here. So the Queen of Wands brings that light into whatever she does. And I kind of feel like I see that other people are seeing you, Virgo, as someone who is magnetic and has a light turn on within her or him, or however you identify. Okay, let's do hopes, dreams, and desires for Virgo this month for January 2022. Okay, Four of Wands. Four of Wands is all about homes. This is about finding where you belong again. So finding where you fit. Four of Wands can also be your, sometimes it's marriage, sometimes it's family, but it's home in general. It's your foundation. It's what helps wherever you feel home is, that's the Four of Wands for you. And it's about finding home. It's about finding that happy ending. It's about finding something worth celebrating, wanting to, I'm really strongly feeling like you're wanting to cultivate your own life for yourself, like this independence, you want something of your own. You're wanting to create something of your own here. Let's do final outcome for Virgo for January 2022. So final outcome this month. Yeah, look at that. I love that. So Six of Wands, and we have the Justice card. So I really feel like you're going to be seen this month. I really feel like you're showing up so powerfully that you're going to be acknowledged. That Six of Wands is the card of victory, but it's also the card of being in the spotlight, being acknowledged. And it's almost like something that maybe I'm kind of seeing that this is a long held dream. It's almost as if you're being heard. I'm seeing that you're being heard, or people are really taking what you're saying seriously. They're valuing what you say. And it's almost rebalancing the scales for you in some way. Again, that solar plexus energy. Solar plexus energy also, I don't know why they keep showing me that energy center, but I feel like that's an important energy center for you, for some of you this month. But when that energy center sometimes gets blocked or unbalanced, it could be from sometimes when we feel powerless in certain situations in our life is what they're showing me. So they're showing me there is like this rebalancing or kind of getting your power back. And so that is going to boost your confidence. It's going to boost your motivation and your inspiration as well towards, going towards your goals, or going towards, creating this life that you want to live for yourself. So you are bringing balance back into your life. You're taking those actions towards that. And by doing that, you're attracting really positive energy towards you. You're going to be in the spotlight in some form or another with that, or being acknowledged for that, acknowledged for what you bring. And I'm also kind of seeing that you're setting an example for others around you. They may not say it, they may not vocalize it, but it's like behind the scenes, it's almost like you're setting an example for how other people can also do this for themselves in their life. So like, because sometimes we need someone to kind of show us how to do it, or we need someone to start it. And so then you'll find that, let's say, if this is in a family dynamic, if one person starts to speak up, everyone else starts to speak up too, because they think it's okay, it's safe, we have permission to speak up. So however that plays out for you, I feel like you're being the leader here. I feel like you are being the one who's going to like start some kind of change or shift, or some kind of change in some kind of dynamic of how things used to be. And you're like, no, this has got to end, or I don't want things to be the way they are. They need to change. So I feel like you're cultivating a lot of change here. Very beautiful, Virgo. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles here is all about our relationship with our community. So again, this is about what are we contributing, and what is the community giving back to me as well. So this is about give and take, and generosity. So how can we contribute? How can we change things? How do we relate to? How does this ecosystem all kind of intermingle, and what kind of effects do we have on each other? So this is all about bringing value into not only our own life, but using that and kind of giving back to, could be in the family system, or it could be in our actual community, within our friends, where we work. It's just about this circle of this flow of energy between one thing and another, and how we all kind of co-create with each other. And so being able to recognize that relationship will also change. There's something about that that's also changing here for you, Virgo. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into your clarifying cards. Clarify the Lovers and the Ace of Swords for Virgo, January 2022. Look at that, Three of Pentacles. So yeah, so you're attracting partnerships. You could be attracting opportunities to collaborate with other people, but there is recognition here for something that you're doing. And I'm almost kind of feeling like a lot of you are on a soul purpose or a life path that really helps you to connect with other people around you. So some of you may also be coming into contact with more people in your soul family or your soul tribe. There is like a union happening there. Like you're encountering more people that are supporting you, is what I'm seeing. Like there's more supportive people cheering you on, rather than the other way around. So I really feel like you are going to meet you definitely have some big change ahead of you. So I really feel like there's going to be like a whole new set of people coming into your life that's going to be very supportive. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's go into the King of Swords and Three of Wands. Okay, clarify. How interesting. So you have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the King of Swords. Okay, so with the Two of Wands, what I'm seeing is that you might have put out some like a dream or a wish or like some kind of request out into the universe, and you're kind of seeing what options are available to you. And as you put out your request, I see things coming back towards you, opportunities coming in, options opening up for you. But I see you just being very, very vocal and very clear about what it is that you're wanting. There's something that you're wanting to speak into existence or wanting to manifest into existence very clearly here. So a lot of signs, I keep seeing the law of attraction show up a lot. So that is something I feel like a lot of signs are working with right now. Probably because we're in the new year, and there's this opportunity for like this. We all see that as this like new beginning, a new horizon. And so I feel like that's really strong. That theme is really strong right now. Okay, Two of Swords. Let's clarify the Two of Swords for Virgo for January 2022. Two of Swords for Virgo. Wow, look at that. 10 of Wands. You're putting down that heavy burden. It's something you're choosing not to carry anymore. And by you choosing not to carry it anymore, the way you're doing that is by standing up for yourself. That Two of Swords is about you standing your ground, taking matters into your own hands, and finally speaking up, finally saying something, and showing up how powerful you really were all along. It's like you're finally acknowledging that in yourself and doing something like kind of it's like speaking up and doing something about that. And that 10 of Wands, it's like, it might have been something that was weighing really heavily on you. I'm kind of getting like bully vibes. Like, so maybe some of you had a bully, or there's someone around you that kind of behaves that way. Someone who kind of feels like they can kind of push you around. And I feel like it's something that you had to carry you had to carry with you for a very long time, like their presence. Like, even if they might have not been in your life, like for a while, or maybe it's something that happened a long time ago, but it's something you've been carrying with you. But there's something that you're doing here or have done in the past, or in the recent past, where you finally chose to put it down. You finally chose to put an end to something by setting your boundaries and putting your foot down or standing up for yourself in some way. So good for you, Virgo. Okay, in your foundation, we have 10 of Swords. What do we need to know about the 10 of Swords for Virgo for January 2022? Yeah. 10 of Swords. This is all about you stepping into your power as a individual who is capable of cultivating her own success and abundance all on her own. He uses you believing that you are capable. That's what I'm seeing here with the Queen of Pentacles. You have the know-how, you have the resources, you know what it takes in order for you to cultivate the life of your dreams or what you want. What I'm seeing here is about you giving yourself permission to do so. This is about you setting yourself free and giving yourself permission to go after what you want. And it's almost like the minute you do that, you'll start to see how a lot of things just start to line up for you, like the opportunities start coming your way, and the success starts coming your way. Also, the creativity is what I'm seeing. Like, you'll have the energy, the inspiration, the motivation to get up every morning and to pour energy into something that you really, really love. I'm feeling like some of you have found something you really love to do, or something that really speaks to your heart and soul, and you are removing any kind of blockages that has kept you from being able to be in that place of flow. And as soon as you remove those blockages, it's like as you pull one sword out from that back and like set yourself free, you'll start to see how like nothing can really stand in your way anymore. Like, even if people try to come, even if people try to project onto you or anything like that, you've already overcome that part of your life. Like, you've already overcome those obstacles where you don't really need to learn that lesson again, is what I'm seeing. That's a 10 of Swords. It's like you're done. You've learned it. You're free. So even when it comes, it's not going to phase you. It's not going to recreate this 10 of Swords moment again. You've been there. You've done that. You're setting yourself free, and that freedom is bringing you this independence. It's bringing you abundance. It's bringing you a flow. It's bringing you security and stability and strength and nourishment. Like, you're able to nourish yourself. Okay, let's look into this 8 of Swords. What does Virgo need to know about the 8 of Swords for January 2022? That's so funny. They're showing me, I don't know, I guess it's because I love movies that my guides are always showing me movies as like metaphors for things, but I don't think this is, it's not that this particular movie is a theme for you or anything, but what they're kind of showing me is they're reminding me of the movie Titanic, where Rose has to kind of go against what her, like where she comes from, like her mother, or maybe even her fiance, like what they think she should do, right? And she makes like those really brave choices to love Jack anyways. And it takes her a while to really come around to it, because she's struggling with that. But she towards the end, she really embraces it, and it changes her. And it really helps her to step more into her power. It's like, that's the thing, she's simplifying it. I love this man and I don't want any of this. And that's what I'm going to do. That's the decision that I'm going to make. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like you are boldly going in the direction of what matters to you. And you're kind of cutting out all the clutter of what you think you're supposed to do to please what other people want you to do. And you are just being very clear with yourself and with others, like, this is what it is, and this is the direction I'm going in, and no one can really change or stop me. So that's the empowerment I'm seeing here. The Eight of Swords. Okay, so can we clarify the Eight of Swords for Virgo? Eight of Swords for Virgo. Oh, look at that. See, the King of Swords. How beautiful is that? I always love it when the King or Queen of Swords shows up for the Eight of Swords, because it's just, they come in with their sword, right? Like the King of Swords, you have King of Swords here twice. So the King of Swords powerfully comes in and frees up this woman from being bound so tightly and not being able to set herself free. The King of Swords, again, here, as we also have up here, is about using your logic, your practicality, and your voice, your communication. It's the way that you're communicating what you're saying, the message that you're conveying, that is going to set you free from this Eight of Swords. You are setting yourself free through your words, through your actions as well, but also just through how the conclusion that you have come to, the realization. King of Swords is also about clear mind. It's also about a clear perspective. And we also have the Ace of Swords here as well. So there's a lot of clarity coming in for you. The picture is clear. Maybe there's some kind of dynamic that you're seeing, like the blueprint really clearly about what something really is underneath the surface. And because you have that knowledge, because you have that wisdom about something, it's giving you the clarity of what you need to do about it. And I feel like there's something here about setting yourself free from that. So very beautiful here. Okay, clarify the Five of Wands for Virgo. Queen of Cups and the Chariot. So this is about you following your heart with that Queen of Cups. You're being truthful and honoring your emotions. You're being truthful and honest about what touches your heart, what resonates with your heart and your soul. That's the Queen of Cups. She's very in tune with the deeper parts of her. She's very empathetic, and she's very sensitive. She's like an energetically sensitive soul. And she's able to tune into what really vibrates with her, like what she's honoring that. And by honoring that, she's allowing herself to passionately go towards her dreams, her goals, and to almost set up those boundaries, like that energetic shield or protection around her, to be able to give herself the space that she needs to be able to manifest a new path, a new beginning, something different for herself that she's been wanting. And I'm almost seeing also that you're going to be in this place of empowerment that anything that anybody comes with is not going to affect you. Like it's just not, it's almost like just like bounces right off of you. Because there's some kind of awakening, or it's like you've evolved or grown in a way where you understand that for you, in your particular situation, maybe there's nothing more important than you honoring what resonates deeply with you, and you're not letting anything stand in the way of that. So very determined this month. Okay, Queen of Wands. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands for Virgo. Queen of Wands for Virgo. Queen of Wands. How beautiful. Judgment. So this is, again, about you taking power into your own hands. There's also something here about judgment where it's almost like you are being guided. Some of you are really tuning in or channeling some divine energy here. I'm seeing a very powerful female energy, like a kind of feels like a goddess. So maybe some of you are tuning into like this goddess energy. And it feels like it's giving you some of you may have like a spirit guide or a muse, something that's kind of pushing you to do this, like pushing you to take your power back, to really channel your energy and to put it into your creativity as well. So some of you may also be channeling your creative energy through, like there's some guide or angelic energy or something. I'm really kind of seeing that some of you have some very powerful spiritual guides that are kind of helping you through some kind of shift and change. And they're also inspiring you with some new creative ideas. Like you're finding very clear guidance through some of your spiritual connections that you have. That's what I'm seeing with the Judgment card. So very beautiful. I feel like that's what's coming in here for you. That you're divinely protected and being guided right now. Okay, Four of Wands for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about the Four of Wands? Four of Wands for Virgo, January 2022. The Page of Swords. So I feel like some of you are wanting to find either a special someone, you're kind of on or maybe some of you have found someone and you kind of have like this new beginning. But at the same time, we have the Three of Wands and the Page of Swords here. So some of you may be putting yourself out there because this is in your hopes, dreams, and desires. So it's like some of you may be looking for someone this month, or maybe your mind is on your mind could be on relationships, on love, on really finding someone special for yourself. I kind of feel like this Page of Swords and Three of Wands is kind of giving me this vibe of like looking for someone. So maybe some of you are getting on social media, or, maybe you're joining a website or something. It kind of feels like you're like out on the, looking and searching for. So maybe you might be connecting with some new people this month, or just kind of seeing what's out there for you. We do have the Five of Pentacles here. So it's almost like feeling like you want to... I'm hearing that there may be some other areas in your life that are going well, but there may be in relationships where you feel like something is missing. Maybe some of you have been single for a long time and you're really wanting to find someone here. But we do have the Six of Pentacles, which is also, again, you have the Six of Pentacles here as well. So I do feel like some of you are going to meet new people in general. So maybe within that community or within those new people, you may kind of really connect with someone. But I do see that you're putting that energy out there. Here to kind of maybe look for some romance or look for like a relationship that you really connect with. Let's pull one more here. What can Virgo know about relationships here? You're looking. Any other clarifying cards for Six of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles? The Hangman. Okay, so this is just about surrender is kind of what I'm seeing, that this is also about divine timing. Usually what I kind of see when I see the Hangman in terms of sometimes, in this particular case is kind of what I'm seeing. So I feel like there's, what I'm hearing is kind of allow some changes to, some things to shift first, or some kind of I feel like your path is changing. And then I think when you're on like a new path, you're going to meet new people, and that may be a better time or a good time to really come in contact. But I do see that you're kind of putting that energy out there. So just keep doing that, and, keep the hope and the faith there. But with the Hanged Man, I'm kind of seeing that, just surrender to divine timing there. If some of you are looking for romance there, or a relationship, because like Four of Wands is more about like marriage and the home and foundation. So I feel like that's kind of a little bit more long term. Okay, Justice and Six of Wands. Clarify Justice and Six of Wands for Virgo. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that, Sun. So this is all about you being happy in your accomplishments, being seen. I really feel like you're going to be seen. You're going to be acknowledged. And I feel like that's going to really bring you a sense of accomplishment and joy, and a love for your life, a love for what you do. I really see a lot of beautiful balance coming into your life here, Virgo. This is a good month. It's an empowering month. And it's a successful month. You are going to have an opportunity to kind of really put down some roots for yourself. So I love that card. I love that the final outcome for the month here for you is the Sun, because it's the best card in the deck. And next to the Six of Wands and the Justice, I mean, it's just like things going in your favor, things going right for you. Six of Wands is victory. So getting a victory over something that you have been battling against, or something that you've been trying to balance yourself. You have everything you need, and you have what it takes to have victory this month. Okay, let's go into, oh, how interesting. I thought I picked up the wrong deck, but I didn't actually. So never mind. Okay, Animal Totem for Virgo for this month of January 2022. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Parrot Spirit, watch your words. Yeah, so I mean, this month is all about communication here for you. But then again, it's also with the Parrot Spirit, probably a word of caution of how you say something. So I kind of feel like, because you are coming into this month with a lot of power, a lot of determination and enthusiasm. And I kind of feel as though if you are going to be saying something or vocalizing something, to make sure that you, with this Parrot Spirit, it kind of feels like just be cautious about how you say something, that we don't come off too hurtful or too, because, it's what they're showing me is that sometimes even if we're ready for honesty, like we want everything out to be in the open, and we want everything to be plain and simple. Others may not be there with us. And so the way that they receive the information, or the way you're coming from a place of honesty, but what other people are hearing might sound harsh, or it may sound hurtful, because they're not in the place of understanding that you're just wanting to be honest. And sometimes that truth or honesty it's like a shaky line, right? Like sometimes it's not too fun to hear. So with the Parrot Spirit, this is also about just being careful with how you say something and what you say. And also they're telling me some things, it's like good to admit to yourself, but then we can also take a second to think about, do we need to say this to another person? No. Do we really need them to know in order for me to be able to make a certain decision or choice for myself? So I do feel like with that Parrot Spirit, they're coming in with like a little word of caution of how we express something or say something, because we don't want that to kind of create a rift or do something that we weren't really intending or meaning to do in a relationship, when we were really just trying to be honest, but then it kind of came off as something else, and now there's some kind of rift there. So just being very cautious with your words is going to be important here as well. I mean, be empowered, tell the truth, especially to yourself. Especially if it's just something that I need to just kind of admit to myself, that in itself is sometimes all we need in order for us to make some proactive choices in your life or decisions. And a lot of times, others may not be ready to hear what you have to say, even though it's true, even though it is the honest answer. Other people may just not be there. So just kind of playing out the situation or kind of feeling out what the situation calls for, may be a good idea this month. Okay. Let's go into a challenge for Virgo. What will Virgo be challenged with this month of January 2022? Success. So this is in your challenge position. So this is about, again, you kind of uncovering some of those roadblocks that may have blocked you from your success. There might have been just something, I feel like you're just discovering something that might have been out of alignment for you, and you're just resetting something back into alignment so you can get onto this path of success here for yourself. See what's something Virgo can look forward to this month for January 2022. What can Virgo look forward to this month for January 2022? Oh, how beautiful. Look at that. Adventures. So opening up to new lands, again, opening up to new paths. And I feel like there's some really fun times ahead of you and experiences that you're really going to enjoy in a way that you might not have been able to enjoy before. It's almost like it's just new. It's like a brand new world almost. And you're going to have different experiences or things that are just, the world is going to look really different from what you've known or what maybe some of the experiences you've already had. So be ready for new things coming in here for you. Very beautiful adventures. Okay. What can Virgo do to take care of themselves this month for January 2022? Self-care card for Virgo. Oh my goodness. I love this. I love it when all the cards just validate everything. Okay. Following my truth, believing in and following my inner truth helps me live an authentic and empowered life. And I just kind of feel like that's been just the entire message for this whole thing. So I'm going to leave it there because I feel like that just sums up everything. This is that clarification that this month is all about following your truth. It's all about speaking your truth, following your truth, and simplifying your life. We don't need all the layers that we put around to protect ourselves or protect other people from that truth. But also making sure, I feel like that parrot spirit is really important to keep in mind this month, to make sure that whatever we're communicating, whatever we do, whatever decisions we make, to always remember to come from a place of love and compassion. That's really important because it's the more peaceful resolutions that we can cultivate in our life, the better. It's like less baggage, less things that we have to kind of carry around with us. So if we can come from a place of love and compassion where it's possible, that is always the best option for us. It's for our own life. It just removes a lot of things that we don't want to take with us into the future, especially because you have such a bright future ahead of you here, Virgo. Okay, beautiful Virgo. How empowering, and speak your truth. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you for next month. Bye, Virgo.